In a certain code language, you are very intelligent is written as 4 at the rate W, $7 E, 3 hash Y, 4 percentage H. Right? And then we have other statements also. They seem very intelligent. How intelligent is she? How can you say, etc. So basically, 4 phrases have been given with their codes on the right hand side. And our job is to identify how are we coding each of these words. And based on that, you can answer the 5 questions asked along with it. Of course, we don't have the questions here. Abhi has not posted the questions, but I think getting the logic itself is enough. You can answer the questions easily. Now, this looks to be the new question type of coding and decoding, where each word is coded using a letter and a symbol and a number, right? Everywhere you see there is a number, there is a symbol, and there is a letter, right? Number, symbol, letter, number, symbol, letter. So you have to identify the logic there, okay? But then I'm sure when you start trying to find out the logic, you will fail to get so, because this, while it looks like a new question type, it is based on the old pattern. What do we mean by the old pattern? This is a question where direct mapping has to be done to arrive at the answer, which means find out what are the common words on the left hand side and find out the common codes on the right hand side and do the mapping accordingly. Like for example, when I look at the first 3 statements, the word intelligent is repeating. Intelligent, intelligent, intelligent. Is there anything else that repeats here? No. Intelligent is the only common word in the first 3 phrases. Find out the common code in the first 3 phases. What is common in the first 3 phases? I think 3 hash Y, 3 hash Y, and 3 hash Y. So very clearly we can map intelligent to 3 hash Y. And that's how it works. So, you know, it's very important that you think divergently in all the possible ways when you're solving questions from coding and decoding. It looks like the new pattern, but actually it is the same old story where you have to find out the common words and accordingly find out the common codes. Right? So let's quickly do it for the other words as well and then move to the next one. So this is done, right? We are done with this word. Next, what are the other common words? Is there anything else common in different statements there? I think how is common in 3rd and 4th. The word how is common in 3rd and 4th. So what is common in 3rd and 4th here? I think 10% L is common. 10% L. 10% L. So I can say how is 10% L. Now there is no logic as to why how is 10% L. That we are not worried about. What we only know is how is 10% L. Then what else is common? I think very is common. Very in the first one and very in the second one. So what is common in first and second here? $7 E, $7 E. So very is $7 E. And that's it. So just keep moving this way, right? Then U is common in first and fourth. So what is common in first and fourth now? I think first one has only 4 at the rate W and 4% H. So 4% H common here. So you can say U is 4% H. Done. Then whatever is left out, 4 at the rate W should be the code for R, right? 4 at the rate W is the code for R. So that's done. Right? Similarly, I think that's it, right? Anything else which is common? No. They is a unique word here. Seem is also a unique word. Can, is, she, say, all are unique words. That's it. So we have found whatever we could find, like you, very, intelligent, are, how, all these have been cracked. But then there are unique words. They is a unique word. Seem is a unique word. So we don't know what is the code for they or seem. It can be 8 star O or it can be 9 ampersand U. Similarly here, is and she are unique. Is and she. The unique codes are 6 exclamation 0 O and $2 R. So it could be either of these, right? Is can be 6 exclamation O or $2 R and vice versa. Right? Then can and say are also unique. I mean, these are not repeating in any other statement, right? If they are repeating, then we can find out the common ones and eliminate. But here can either be 1% Q or can be 3 hash E. Accordingly, the other one will be for say. So I think a simple question which is based on regular mapping based on common words, right? It is not a new pattern, but I'm sure many of us started working in the new style as soon as we saw the question, because we have solved a lot of questions of these type recently, right? So good, I would say that it is a good question posted by Abhi Tripathi. Study the information given below and answer the questions based on it. So what does it say? A cap B means A is neither smaller nor equal. Now the basic rule, the classical rule is that whenever you compare two variables A and B, there are only 3 results possible. Either A can be greater than B, or A can be less than B, or A can be equal to B. There is no other, I mean, these are the fundamental comparisons between A and B. A can be greater than B, A can be less than B, or A can be equal to B. right? There are some derived comparisons like A less than or equal to B, A greater than or equal to B. Forget about this. But what is basic is either greater or lesser or equal. There cannot be a fourth comparison at all, right? There cannot be a fourth comparison at all. So he says A is neither smaller nor equal. It is not small and it is not equal. So obviously A is greater than B. So I can conclude that the symbol cap here means A is greater than B. Similarly, in the second statement, it says A star B means A is neither greater nor equal. A is neither greater nor equal. If it is not greater and if it is not equal, then it has to be less. So A is less than B. Third one says A at the rate B means A is not smaller. See, if it is not smaller, it can be greater or equal. It can be greater or it can be equal. So here, at the rate would mean greater or equal. Look at the fourth one. A $B means A is neither smaller nor greater. He says it is not small, it is not great. It is neither smaller nor greater. So the only possibility is equal to B. A is equal to B. So here dollar would mean equal to, right? Dollar means equal to. And the last one, hash. What does it mean? A hash B means A is not greater. If it is not greater, two possibilities. It can be less or it can be equal. So hash would mean less or equal. Less or equal. So we have got all the five comparison, right? Greater, lesser, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. This is the first step, right? This is the first step. Now you have to replace the symbols with these inequalities. Usually 5 questions are asked along with this data. So the time that we have spent in converting the symbols to inequalities is worth it, because this data will be used in 5 such questions or 3 such questions. But here I have only one question for this particular case now, right? So let's solve it. What happens? D dollar E means what? Dollar is what? See, you know that dollar is equal. So D is equal to E, and see, this is equal. Dollar here also is equal. Star means what? Less. And hash means what? Less than or equal to. So D is equal to E, D is equal to Q. So if I have to compare now, what do I get? D is equal to E and D is also equal to Q. So D is equal to E equal to Q, right? D is equal to E, D is equal to Q. So D equal to E equal to Q. D star F, D is less than F. If D is less than F, I can say D equal to E equal to Q less than F, right? And H hash D. H hash D means what? H is less than or equal to D. H is less than or equal to D. Right? All the statements have been considered. H less than or equal to D. D is equal to E. D is equal to E. D is equal to Q. D is also equal to Q. And D is less than F. See, D is less than F. Very clearly. See, all three are equal, right? So D is equal to E equal to Q. So actually Q is less than F. But since Q and D are equal, I can also say that D is less than F. So this is the statement that we have. This is the statement that we need to consider. Right? Now look at the conclusions. F dollar H. Dollar is what? Dollar means equal to. So F is equal to H. F is equal to H. Is F equal to H? No. F is not equal to H. What is the comparison? F is greater. So if you understand, to simplify it, I can say H less than or equal to D less than F. D can be replaced with E or with Q. These three are in the same line, right? I mean, all three are equal. So we can take D or E or Q, but actually the inequality is what? H is less than or equal to D and D is less than F. H less than or equal to D and D less than F. Now he says F is equal to H. Is F equal to H? No. The result would be F greater than H. This is rule number 2, golden rule number 2 of coded inequalities. F greater than D and D greater than or equal to H. Between H and F, we have got two similar inequalities. And the common part here is less or greater if you come from right to left. So F is greater than D, D is greater than or equal to H, which implies F is greater than H. The conclusion is F is greater than H. Conclusion is F greater than H. But what is given? F equal to H, which means first one is wrong. Conclusion 1 is wrong. Conclusion 1 is wrong. So I think what I would do is I will eliminate the options immediately. I will not even go for conclusion 2, conclusion 3 and conclusion 4. Don't even go for 2, 3 and 4 because some of the options can be eliminated directly. See, it says only conclusion 1 and 3 are true. Is conclusion 1 true? No. So first option is wrong. Is conclusion 1 true? No. 1 is definitely wrong. He says either 1 or 3 is true. How can you compare 1 and 3? 1 has got F and H, 3 has got E and Q. Can you compare? Can you compare? No. You're able to follow. So this is also wrong. Conclusion 1, 2 and 4 are true. Is 1 true? 1 is not true. So 4 is also wrong. Answer should either be option 2 or option 5. You're getting it? Answer should either be option 2 or option 5. So just by looking at comparison, conclusion 1, we have been able to eliminate 3 options. Now let's say you are running short of time in the exam, last few seconds. Don't waste your time in solving it completely. 1, 3, 4 are eliminated. Definitely the answer should be 2 or 5. So take a chance, take a risk, mark option 2 or maybe mark option 5. You're able to follow. Don't waste your time in verifying the whole stuff, right? Mark option 2 or option 5, whichever you feel could be the correct answer. Anyway, since we have to complete it, let's look at the other conclusions as well. Now, what a smart person will do is, he will not check conclusion 2. He will not check conclusion 3. He will check conclusion 4. Why would he do so? Because option 2 here is talking about conclusion 2 and conclusion 4. I know 2 is already true. Acha, we don't even know about 2, right? So we should check 2 and 4. Only 1 has been verified. Yeah, so we have to check both 2 and 4. If any one of them is wrong, option 2 also goes wrong. Then we can mark option 5 as the answer. Right? If any one of these 2 is wrong, then option 2 also will become wrong. So fifth option can be marked as the answer directly. Anyway, what is 2? H hash E. Hash is less than or equal to H less than or equal to E. Is it true? Yes. See, H is actually less than or equal to D. But D is equal to E, right? H is less than or equal to D. But D can be replaced with E. So H less than or equal to E. Correct. 2 is correct. Look at fourth one. E star F. Star means what? Star is less than. E less than F. Is it true? E less than F? Yes. Actually, Q is less than F. Actually, Q is less than F. But Q and E can be swapped, right? Q and E are equal. So if Q is less than F, I can say E is also less than F. So E less than F. So fourth one is also true. Now can you mark option 2 as the answer? No. Remember, you cannot mark option 2 as the answer just because 2 and 4 are correct. Because 3 is still left out. See, option 2 says only 2 and 4 are true. What if 3 is also true? If 3 is also true, then your answer would become option 5. Acha. By the way, yeah, I thought fifth option is none of these. Fifth option is none is true, right? Yeah, fifth option also goes wrong. Option 2 is the correct answer. Sorry, I was thinking fifth option is none of these. If fifth option is none of these, you have to verify 2 and 4 and third one also. But since fifth option is none is true, the moment we get second one as true, you have to stop. I think this also is not needed. No need to verify conclusion 4. That is the reason they say read the options clearly, right? No need to verify conclusion 4. Just by verifying conclusion 2, I can mark option 2 as the answer. Because the moment we got conclusion 2 is true, fifth option goes wrong. Fifth option says none is true. We have already got 2 is true. So option 2 is the correct answer. So while the questions are easy, the way you look at the options also will make it easier. It'll help you save your time, right? Right? So I'm sure all of you have got the correct answer. Option 2 is the correct answer.
Now what is given here, small and medium groups is written like this. So you have this GI word here. You have to find out the code for GI and KLI. So all of you are giving me the answer as okay. So where and all do you get GI? The code GI is there in the first set, correct? Here in this one it is there, GI. Then 2, 3. Here last one, right? Small enterprises earn more. There also you have the code GI, and you have small and medium groups. There also you have the code GI. So if you compare this 1 and 4, correct, which is the common word that is there? Small and medium groups, small enterprises earn more. So the only word that is common is small. So I can say that the code of small is GI. Now next, similarly you have to find out KLI. Now where is KLI coming? See, KLI is there in statement 2. That is in the code of the statement 2, KLI is there. Similarly in the code of statement 3, KLI is there. Okay. So if you look at these two statements, which is the common word, medium enterprises are good. Groups should do good. Again, good is common in both the places. So I can say KLI is the code for good. So what does GI KLI stands for? It stands for good, small. That is option 4.
In a certain code language, rusticate is written as QTTUIDBSD. How would statistic be written in that code? So let's look at it, right? Rusticate, RUSTICATE. Rusticate is written as, I think we are better off writing it exactly below this so that mapping can be done easily. QTTUIDBSD, right? So if you observe from R to Q, it is -1. U to T also is -1, right? R -1 Q, U -1 T, S +1 is T, T +1 is U. You're getting it? You're able to follow. From S, when you go one, it's looking very messy. Let me just do it again. Sorry. So let's write the word rusticate. Rusticate has become what? QTTUIDDSD. So if you observe R to Q, it is -1. U to T is also -1. S to T is +1. S plus 1 is T. T to U is again +1. TU. You understand? QR, TU, ST, TU, and so on. I remains I. 0. There is no change. Right? C becomes B. C plus 1. C plus 1. Right? A becomes B. Again +1. T becomes S -1. E becomes D -1. Is there no T -1? T is the 20th letter. S is the 19th letter. So -1. E is the 5th letter. D is the 4th letter. So -1. You understand numerical positions. So I think the logic is this. This is logic. -1 -1 +1 +1 0 +1 +1 -1 -1. So first two minus, next two plus, then 0, then plus plus minus minus. So how will statistic be written in that language? Statistic, right? STAT. Okay, I'm not going to write it again, but we know the logic, right? Remember what is the logic? I think -1 -1 +1 +1 0, then +1 +1 -1 -1. You have to do the same thing, right? Statistic STATISTIC. I think what we will do is we will try to eliminate the wrong answers. I know that the middle letter, centermost letter I will remain I. There is no change. STAT, STIC. These will undergo changes, but I will remain I. So fifth letter should be I. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth letter here is J. Cannot be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth letter here is I. Possible. B is possible answer. Fifth letter here also is I. Possible answer. And then fifth letter here is I. Possible answer. So A is eliminated because fifth letter is J. Remaining three options have got the fifth letter as I. So these are possible. Right? Now let's likewise let's eliminate the other things. Right? S -1. It should be R. Right? S -1 means R. See, we first found I. Then we are looking at the first letter. S -1. R. Answer should start with R. Hence option D gets eliminated. Answer ends with what? C -1 B. Here ending is B, here ending is D. So C is also eliminated. Option B will be the answer.